Okay, now we're going to learn another major chord in the open position. We're going to learn how to make an A major chord. So for the A major chord, this is what it sounds like. Now an interesting thing about this chord is you're using 3 fingers, but you're cramming them all into one fret area. So that becomes a little bit congested in there with those 3 fingers in that one area. And that's kind of a unique situation when you're playing. You don't run into that often. In fact, I'm trying to think, this may be the only case off the top of my head where you're kind of shoving them all in together like that. But anyway, what you're doing is you want to start with your ring finger and put it on the 2nd string, 2nd fret. Then you want to take your middle finger and put it on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. Then you want to take your pointer finger and put it on the 4th string, 2nd fret. So this is kind of what it looks like. You can see you've got a little bit of an angle going here. Obviously this finger is nice and close to the fret, and then the farther down you go, you can see that you get I'm pretty far back by the time I'm at my 1st finger, pretty far back from the fret, and there's really not much you can do about it. Obviously there's no way you can get all 3 flush up against the fret, so you have to make do. And you know, you're always trying to get as close as possible, but in some situations it just doesn't allow. So the A chord is one of those chords where, you know, a couple of your fingers are pretty good ways away from the fret. But that's okay. You just have to push a little harder maybe to make sure that you get the nice clean sound. So you want to make sure that each note rings out. Now another thing to point out with the A chord, you're only playing 5 strings. You're not strumming all 6. So you're not strumming the low E string or the 6th string. You're only strumming these 5. Like that. Another thing to point out is that this E string, which is the 1st string here, rings nice and clear. Now this one is tough because you're cramming in so many fingers into a small area. It's very easy for your ring finger to accidentally touch that string. So you just want to make sure when you pick your chord apart, that each note rings out nice and clear. Again, if one of them is kind of doing this, you got to make sure, you know, analyze the situation, take your right hand and feel free to kind of, you know, manipulate your fingers so that you get them exactly the way you want them. And even though that's going to seem like it's impossible to just grab that, you'll be able to do it if you keep practicing. So that's the A chord in the open position.